In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 25, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Brooklyn Nets versus Toronto Raptors. In an Eastern Conference showdown, the Brooklyn Nets are set to clash with the Toronto Raptors. The teams stand at a tied season series of 1-1, with the Nets clinching victory in the initial encounter on November 28, while the Raptors retaliated with a win on February 22nd. Brooklyn suffered a setback against the Knicks on Saturday, marking their 6th consecutive loss. Presently, they occupy the 11th spot in the Eastern Conference, trailing the 10th-placed Hawks by 5.5 games. Meanwhile, the Raptors endured their 10th consecutive defeat at the hands of the Wizards, residing in 12th place in the East, 3 games behind Brooklyn and a substantial 8.5 games behind the Hawks. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves embroiled in a prolonged struggle, having lost 8 of their last 9 matches. They aim to reverse their fortunes after succumbing to a 6-game losing streak, most recently faltering against the Knicks with a 105-93 road defeat. Despite efforts from Cam Thomas, who notched 19 points and 6 assists, alongside contributions from Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, the team faced a scoring deficit with no other player reaching double figures. Though starting on a promising note and leading through the first half, their momentum faltered, resulting in a disappointing loss marked by a meager 36 points in the latter half. Conversely, the Toronto Raptors have encountered a cold spell, suffering defeat in 12 of their last 13 games. Eager to halt their 10-game skid, they narrowly missed out against the Wizards in a 112-109 road loss. Gary Trent Jr. led the charge with 31 points, supported by Grady Dick and Kelly Olynyk, yet the team's collective effort fell short, shooting a mere 42% from the field. Despite a valiant effort to seize the lead in the fourth quarter, a critical 10-2 run by the Wizards dashed their hopes, resulting in yet another defeat. The health status of both teams presents a notable contrast, with the Brooklyn Nets relatively healthier compared to the injury-plagued Toronto Raptors. Key players such as Ben Simmons and Cam Johnson are absent from the Nets lineup, while the Raptors face the absence of significant contributors like Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett, compounded by the earlier departure of Pascal Siakam through trade. As the Nets brace for the matchup, their comparatively robust roster positions them favorably on both offensive and defensive fronts. Despite recent offensive struggles, they anticipate a favorable matchup against the Raptors' depleted bench. Conversely, the Raptors' defensive vulnerabilities, coupled with the absence of key offensive assets, suggest a challenging task ahead. Notably, the Nets boast proficiency in 3-point shooting, a potential advantage against the Raptors, who rank poorly in defending against such shots. Additionally, weaknesses in the Raptors' rim defense further bolster the Nets' offensive prospects, particularly with Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges leading the charge. Despite the Nets' sporadic performances, their encounters with NBA-caliber opposition offer glimpses of victory. In contrast, the Raptors' mounting losses and depleted lineup signal a season marked by struggles and diminishing prospects. With the Raptors seemingly resigned to their fate, the Brooklyn Nets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. The offensive dynamics of both teams hint at a subdued scoring affair, with the Nets favoring a slower tempo and the Raptors grappling with depleted offensive firepower. Despite facing a Raptors team bereft of its top scorers, the Nets' struggles to breach the 110-point mark this season suggest a potential offensive challenge. As both teams navigate injury woes and playoff uncertainties, a cautious approach to scoring expectations is warranted. Given the lack of depth and playoff contention for both teams, coupled with their familiarity with each other's playing styles, a low-scoring affair seems likely. Historical trends further support this notion, with the under prevailing in previous matchups between the two teams, consequently aligning with expectations of a defensively oriented contest in Toronto. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Wizards versus Chicago Bulls. On Monday night, the Washington Wizards will embark on a journey to Chicago, where they will face off against the Bulls in an exciting Eastern Conference showdown. With the Wizards currently holding a record of 13-58 for the season, they find themselves situated in the 14th spot within the Eastern Conference standings. Despite their position, their eyes are set on the upcoming NBA draft lottery in May. In contrast, the Bulls stand at 34-37 for the season, firmly entwined in the Eastern Conference playoff race, occupying the 9th position with 11 games remaining in their season. Throughout the duration of this season, the Washington Wizards have experienced their fair share of disappointments, yet a recent resurgence has injected new life into their campaign. With 4 victories in their last 9 matchups, they now set their sights on clinching a 3rd consecutive win after narrowly edging past the Raptors in a hard-fought 112-109 triumph on Saturday. Denny Avdija spearheaded their effort with an impressive performance, tallying 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Notably, Corey Kispert and Jordan Poole contributed 18 points each, while Kyle Kuzma added 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Despite encountering challenges, particularly from the bench players, the Wizards displayed commendable resilience, shooting at a 47% accuracy from the field and converting 11 of 35 attempts from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bulls find themselves grappling with a downturn in form, having suffered defeats in 5 of their last 8 encounters. Eager to reverse their fortunes, they aim to bounce back from a recent 2-game losing streak, culminating in a resounding 124-113 loss to the Celtics on Saturday. Despite the setback, DeMar DeRozan showcased his prowess with an impressive performance, accumulating 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists on efficient shooting. Supported by Nikola Vucevic, Alex Caruso, and Ayo Dosunmu, the Bulls exhibited resilience, maintaining competitiveness against the Celtics until faltering in the final quarter. As the Wizards gear up for their clash against the Bulls, they continue to contend with player absences, with Landry Shamet, Tyus Jones, and Isaiah Livers sidelined. Conversely, the Bulls anticipate the return of key contributors such as Alex Caruso, Kobe White, and Dalen Terry. Denny Avdija's stellar display against the Raptors underscores his importance to the Wizards roster amidst a challenging season marked by adversity. Despite Avdija's individual success, the Wizards have struggled collectively, evident in their league-low 13 wins. Conversely, the Bulls' recent performance reflects a team grappling with fatigue, exemplified by DeRozan's extended playing time. The Bulls find themselves in a peculiar position, seemingly coasting through the latter stages of the season as they secure their playoff berth. However, their inconsistency, highlighted by a 5-5 record in their last 10 games, warrants caution. Despite boasting convincing victories, including a dominant win over the Wizards, the Bulls must remain vigilant as they approach the culmination of the regular season. With pivotal matchups against the Wizards looming, adjustments defensively will be imperative for Washington to contain the Bulls' offensive prowess. Evidencing a newfound vigor, the Wizards are poised to play the role of spoilers against the Bulls, striving to defy expectations and secure a favorable outcome. Therefore, considering the competitive nature of the encounter, the Washington Wizards to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game total pick. In anticipation of the matchup, Chicago enters the fray with a deliberate pace, ranking 29th in the league. Ayo Dosunmu's emergence in his starting role has injected vitality into the Bulls' lineup, with the young talent consistently delivering impactful performances. Despite their methodical approach, the Wizards' inclination towards a faster tempo may lead to a high-scoring affair. Thus, in light of these dynamics, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Houston Rockets. In the vast expanse of the Lone Star State, a captivating clash between two teams from the Western Conference unfolds on the hardwood. The Portland Trail Blazers, traversing away from home territory, embark on a journey to face the Houston Rockets on a Monday night spectacle. Portland arrives following a close encounter, succumbing to a 114-111 defeat against Denver in a back-to-back showdown on Saturday. Despite the loss, they managed to exceed expectations, covering the spread as a 10.5-point underdog. Conversely, the Rockets orchestrated a dazzling performance, trouncing Utah 147-119 in their previous matchup, firmly clinching victory while also covering the spread as a 10.5-point favorite. In the annals of their regular season confrontations, the Rockets hold a historical advantage of 115 wins to the Trail Blazers' 97, although Portland has emerged triumphant in 7 of the last 10 encounters. This season, the teams split their 2 matchups, with the Rockets seizing a 123-107 victory on the road in their most recent clash on March 8th. The Portland Trail Blazers find themselves in dire straits, grappling with a dismal stretch marked by defeats in 10 of their previous 12 games. Yearning to terminate a disheartening 6-game skid, they aim to rebound fervently after narrowly missing out on victory against the Nuggets in a 114-111 loss. Breed spearheaded their offensive charge, amassing 24 points on an impressive 9 of 14 shooting performance, while Scoot Henderson contributed 22 points and 6 assists. Taunami Kamara bolstered the effort with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Despite shooting at a 46% clip from the field and connecting on 10 of 28 attempts from beyond the arc, Portland showcased resilience by amassing 36 points in the third quarter to erase a 15-point deficit. However, their valiant effort was thwarted by a decisive 15-4 run by the Nuggets in the waning moments of the game. In stark contrast, the Houston Rockets are ablaze with success, basking in the glow of triumphs in 10 of their last 11 outings. Embarking on an 8-game winning streak, they exuded dominance in their latest triumph, overpowering the struggling Jazz with a resounding 147-110 victory. Jalen Green led the charge with an impressive 41-point display on 1-5 of 2-2 shooting, while Fred VanVleet showcased his sharpshooting prowess, draining 10 three-pointers en route to 34 points and 7 assists. Jeff Green provided a valuable spark off the bench, chipping in 21 points. Demonstrating remarkable efficiency, the Rockets boasted a 55% shooting accuracy from the field, including a scorching 2-7 of 4-9 performance from downtown. Their scintillating start saw them amass 47 points in the opening quarter, establishing a commanding lead that proved insurmountable for their opponents. The Trail Blazers faced the ominous prospect of grappling with a depleted roster once more, with Deandre Ayton, Anthony Simons, and Mattis Thybulle all listed as questionable. Meanwhile, the Rockets continue to be without the services of Cam Whitmore and Alperen Sengun, who remain sidelined due to injury. Houston's recent resurgence has been nothing short of spectacular, spearheading them into contention for a playoff berth. Displaying remarkable consistency, they have secured victories in 5 consecutive games by double-digit differentials, a testament to their proficiency in crucial facets of the game such as three-point shooting and rebounding. Moreover, their stalwart defense has played an instrumental role in their resurgence, propelling them towards the brink of playoff contention. Conversely, Portland's injury woes have compounded their struggles, hampering their ability to field cohesive lineups and threatening their standing in the conference hierarchy. As the regular season inches towards its conclusion, the trajectories of these two teams diverge sharply. Occupying the bottom rung of the Western Conference standings, the Trail Blazers find themselves adrift from playoff contention, their aspirations eclipsed by a string of disappointing performances. In stark contrast, the Rockets have emerged as a formidable force, stringing together an impressive 8-game winning streak to propel themselves to the .500 mark for the season. Positioned within striking distance of a coveted spot in the play-in tournament, Houston's resurgence symbolizes a resolute march towards postseason relevance. To realize their postseason ambitions, capitalizing on matchups against lower-seeded opponents such as the Trail Blazers is imperative for the Rockets. Despite exhibiting signs of resilience in recent outings, the Trail Blazers' injury-riddled lineup and lackluster form cast a shadow of doubt over their prospects against the surging Rockets. Conversely, Houston's scorching form, coupled with their formidable home court advantage, positions them as clear favorites to extend their winning streak. Therefore, the prudent wager leans towards the Houston Rockets securing victory and covering the spread as favorites in this compelling showdown. Heading into Sunday's action, Portland has remained under the total points line in 35 of their 71 games this season. Plagued by turnovers, they rank 28th in the league, averaging 15.1 turnovers per game. Furthermore, their pedestrian pace of play ranks them 21st in the league, with an average of 97.3 possessions per contest. Conversely, the Rockets have found themselves beneath the total points line in 36 of their 70 games this season, with 1 push. Demonstrating greater ball security, they rank 9th in the league, committing an average of 12.9 turnovers per game. Moreover, their slightly above average tempo places them 14th in the league, with an average of 99.1 possessions per game. Recent encounters between these teams have tended to exceed the projected total points line, with 3 of the last 4 meetings and 4 of the last 5 surpassing expectations. Given Houston's current momentum, anticipate a high-scoring affair that surpasses the projected total points line, making over the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.